and I'm going to mispronounce it, but Anrastam, and it's translated from the Gaelic, it means the long race. Throughout the entire year, I kept thinking of that word, Anrastam, Anrastam. It's a long race, and those who persist, and those who are tough and hard-headed and dedicated will win in the end, will succeed in the end.
When you get out there in the spring, it's a bitch. The water's cold, your hands are freezing, it's not a lot of fun, you haven't been in a race, you haven't won anything, and the coach wants you to keep going. And if any one of you guys, or if all of you drop out very quickly, it's the end of the Trinity rowing. We persevered against the wishes of the athletic department. They wanted us out, they wouldn't let us use the Trinity name. Part of the problem was there were only 1,000 men in the college at the time, and when you give the percentage of people in any school that go out for athletics, you can imagine we were taking all the top athletes from some of the other sports. You know, we built something from scratch, we raised some money, we even got a shell. Many of you know that the picture down the hall there of the car with the shell on top is my father's car.
So we put a notice out on the archway that goes along the long walk. Anybody interested in crew, we're going to have an organizational meeting at Mather Hall, which was brand new at that time. And if you're interested, show up at 4 o'clock. Well, was it 70 guys, 60 guys showed up, which said, hey, there's something in this idea.
That was his word, that Anrastam, Anrastam, Anrastam.
I came back into coaching in the fall of 2003 when, after working at Concept 2 for 12 years, I decided I'd like to get and finish up my rowing career as a coach.
Get ready! 20 bells, go now! Breathe! Relax! Breathe! Fill! Fill! Fill!
Trinity, even though it hadn't had a lot of success in a few recent years, had a great facility. It was a great institution, had a long rowing tradition, and had a lot of little challenges that I thought would be fun to work within and to see if we could produce successful crews. The period of 6 years from 2003 to the present has been some of the most rewarding opportunities I've had in coaching. The recent successes that have occurred at both the NISCAC, ECAC, and national level are directly related to the enthusiasm which the student athletes bring to the boathouse and to the training area each day.
First place, Trinity College.
Out on the dock! Out on the dock! Trinity, out on the dock!
I'm very confident that Kevin McDermott and Peter Graves will lead the program to new heights, new regattas and new successes, and so I'm confident that the future is very bright for the program.
When Larry first offered me the job, there was not a moment of hesitation before I accepted the position. My goal as the next head coach is to continue to run this team, not as a varsity boat, not as a individual athlete development center, but as a program where there is excellence across the board, there are high standards, and there are demands for excellence in every facet of the program. Be they an athlete pulling an oar, an administrator signing a paper, or a bus driver driving a bus. Larry believes that all are important in the process of developing a program.
I thought about it, and being a part of this program and this team has been Trinity for me.
Even at 9:30 in the morning, I'm like, oh man, practice is coming up. I can't wait to get down to the boathouse. You know, like through the entire day, like the excitement will just build and build until like I finally get here, and like you look at lineups and you like, run to the locker room, get your union, and just like have a blast out in the water.
When I graduate, I'm not going to remember dinner at the frat house or a concert that I went to. I'm going to remember crossing the line last year at UCAC. I'm going to remember my race against Oxford Brooks, how tired I was. I'm going to remember how tired I was.
All you underclassmen treasure every day that you get to come down.
I just don't want anyone to take it for granted, ever.
You did it with a bunch of people you really cared about and you really loved. And that, to me, is what the program is about. When I'm up at Craftsbury, you know, I hope you come by and shake my hand and say, you know, Coach, it was great. It's been a real pisser. So thank you.